They've made movies about them. The dangerous, venomous, hairy, ugly spiders that'll attack and kill you. It'll rear its head and pull out the huge fangs and dig in. But that's Hollywood for you.
Okay, so people who know me know that I'm afraid of spiders, so you're probably thinking, how the heck is she holding this one? Well, we're going to introduce you to some tarantulas.
Okay, it was just the exoskeleton, but come on, do you really think I'd handle a real one? We're hanging out with Chris Lamoth and checking out his extensive, and I mean extensive, collection of tarantulas. He's got about 300 of these creepy crawlies.
It's my Charlotte. She's my grandma Rosea. She is about, I'm gonna guess about 17, 18 years old, because I bought her when she was sort of half grown. So I think say maybe 2.5 years or so old when I bought her.
He's been around tarantulas since he was around 10 years old. And unlike some of us, he's never had arachnophobia, also known as a fear of spiders.
I'm assuming like my mother, from being so arachnophobic, and going, get this spider out here, this spider out here. You kind of catch them and go, why are you so afraid? And then the interest, and you're watching them, and then you feed them, and then you're like, oh, this is really interesting.
Chris breeds these tarantulas, and it takes a lot of time and effort. These 8-legged friends can cost up to $250.
You have to put a lot of time into it, because you got to feed, hundreds of little tiny tarantulas with, little pinhead crickets or chunks of crickets, whatever, it takes to feed them. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and then you got to be able to find males or females to whatever you have to mix and match and breed them.
Okay, now you're probably watching these, and the first question that pops into your head, isn't this dangerous? Won't it bite you and kill you? Well, just one of the myths.
It's usually the big one everyone tries to demystify, I guess, is that they are venomous. It's not a necrotic venom like in a brown recluse or anything like that, or like a cobra where they destroy the tissue, none of that stuff. It's just, if you're gonna get bitten by one, even the higher end venomous ones, like I said, you just get swelling, nausea, cramping, it's painful.
He adds that these creatures don't like to be handled, especially some species that may be more aggressive and temperamental. And believe it or not, he's never been bitten.
It's only if you really get in there and start messing around too much and trying to handle the species that aren't, you're not really supposed to be handling.
Are you over your fear yet? Or has this all just creeped you out? Personally, I just like looking at them from the other side of the glass. In Sydney, I'm Sucheta Singh for The Daily.